Greetings, dear, precious, darling, sweet one. That's who we really are. And that's who that never dies. That's always been, always will be, can never be harmed or hurt. In the Vedas, ancient teachings of coming from India, the word Veda actually means knowledge. So true, absolute knowledge, wherever it comes from, would be considered part of a Veda of knowledge. So it's the word. And you want to know, here's the topic, how to be victorious in everything. And to be victorious is to transcend ignorance. To transcend, to rise above the appearances. And when you rise above the appearances, just like whatever's going on, how to be victorious, is instead of being a character in a story, your story, and now you're in your story, that's when people feel locked in. You want to get exterior to your story. That doesn't mean you don't feel, you don't care, you don't know, but you don't see. Emotion is powerful, and our nature is according to the Vedas, which gives me good explanation because it makes it's logical, spiritually logical. That the nature of the soul is basically Sat Chit Ananda, eternity, consciousness, and bliss. This is some of our qualities. And that the body that the soul has is a feeling body. And so what happens is when we identify ourselves as a psychophysical organism, that's who we are, that is born and died, that everybody's living in fear and sorrow about death, of loss of relationship, of you've worked for what is. So then you got the people with all the money and the tons of, they're going for longevity and forever in the body and get another body and drink of blood, whatever yucky stuff, you know what's going on. So what we have to do is to own ourselves, is to actually realize and know who we really are as a divine being who's eternal, and that we're not a meat stick, and nor are we a human resource for somebody else or something else. See, I was falling forward because it means true. So you could tell your body does instant, what do they call it? A muscle testing. If you like something, you go forwards too. If you don't, you go backwards. It works really fast. That way. Oh, it's icy too. It's getting colder. Anyway, so what we want to do is how we bring ourselves into that place where we are accepting our abilities and powers and who we are, is to refrain from any actions that are actually in opposition to our true divine nature. And it means that we also are bringing forth our consciousness of being conscious and aware in each moment, instead of basically taking selfies of ourselves through our experiences of where we were, but we weren't even there because we were busy taking a selfie. And it's about you being fully who you are now. Beyond the past, beyond the future, beyond the programming, beyond the hypnotic trance, beyond all of this stuff that's going on with the mind. That's why when people are reading your mind, if you're not thinking, they can't get what's going on with you because the machine won't know. Come on. And when you're in that state of knowing, in the being, we're already connected. If I can have telepathic communications with my cat, of course, well, she's of course great, you know how they are, but anyway, I have it with everybody. And when I first took birth, I had a lot of memories. My mom had envy. My dad was afraid. How do you take care of a baby? There was a whole lot of stuff going on, and we're telepathic. And then they say when the babies start to talk, then they start losing some of their abilities because they're putting their emphasis on the meanings and the words and the definitions and how people react with these sounds and these words. So they're starting to try and get the act together to take it on the road. This is what the trouble with a teenager. It's like, who am I? Where am I? Where am I going? I got to get my act together and who I know to take it on the road. And so then I want to be part of a group. And so all the group going over here. When you can't do that, because if everybody's going in that direction, you don't want to go there. You see. So that real key then is to notice what you're attracted to. Notice what you're attached to. Notice what's getting your energy. Notice what takes you out. Notice what builds energy. Notice the foods that you're eating. And what's that doing? That people, they don't realize all that stuff's accumulative. My sister was saying how, she had some problem with her body and she was taking the medicine. She found out, she did a little investigation, and what the doctor had given, basically it's rat poison. And no wonder she was feeling bad. What? Why not? You'd have to take your health into your own hand. You take your education into your own hand. What is this giving it away to everybody? You tell me, you tell me, you tell me. I got to be part of the group. I'm here. I'm part of this, and I'm in the group, and I can line up, and I can queue up, and I'm right there. Why? Now, that's the real key then. So, what is it? Knowing who you are. And then in every single moment being who you are. And refraining from even the words that are sarcasm or cruel or nasty or hard. It's moving into that mode of absolute goodness. Not against. See, when they say resist not evil, that's not resisting. What do you mean? You got to get what that means. Evil is live backwards. Don't resist people living backwards. Go be who you are, you see. If we're always in relationship and relative to everybody else, it's true and it's not true. I say it's true and it's not true. You have to have discernment. You see, we have to have all this instead of being just gullible and going along with everybody. But see, here's the key. As you get centered in yourself, you start trusting in that more all the time and study and read and knowledge that's empowering and nourishing to you. And then in every moment you have that so-called test. Who do you trust, yourself or the mind? Who do you trust, beliefs, concepts, or what's really going on with you, you see? So you do have it all. And then you just start trusting. And the more you trust, the more you know, the stronger you to become, and the more magnificent your reality.